What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sports Talk 101. Today, video, as among the last few videos we'll be doing here on the channel for college football preview and prediction videos. I've done a ton of these. Go check them out. I've college football preview prediction, schedule preview prediction videos, and odds. Go check them out. Alright, last but not least, take a look at the ACC. Today, we'll get Georgia Tech. Last year, Georgia Tech had a great game against Georgia in a year. It'll look bad. Brand Keys and company over in Atlanta did a really good job. He's a really good coach. Georgia Tech is playing really good, like I said, really good football right now, and they're heading the right direction in terms of offense, defense, the way they are handling the ball. No loss of memory last year, but they've been playing really good football. Okay, especially King was named a quarterback last year. His King, and then the wide receiver King as well. Good one game last year. Pretty good defensive line, two good linebackers for the team, but they all think I'll fall from the NFL. But Georgia Tech, you're out. The way they play, they always play competitive games. 2 or 3 of those in a year, the season. And I have respect for Georgia Tech, what they're doing right now, and try to perform at the top level, especially the conference, most underrated conference in the ACC. But Georgia Tech, Miami, Clemson, Louisville, all favored to win the ACC. One of these teams could win the ACC. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay? But just Georgia Tech team, they're a pretty good team, like I said. King last year, that game against Georgia, oh my God, 7 or 8 overtime went to the back and forth. I remember I watched the game and was like, holy cow. Oh, this is what I'm watching? And I love that rivalry weekend. I love to get to see that, and it was epic. I mean, epic. Back and forth. That game in November, Friday night in Athens. Holy cow. That was a good one. I don't know if we get that game again this year. We'll see. Watch why I get those that type of, but Georgia Tech usually back keys. They usually top 20 in terms of recruiting. Top 33 for top 40 for Shannon Porter. 24 Rollins, including Josh Petty, the first tackle from Roseville, Georgia, the 5-star offensive tackle. And then the 24 transfer guy, Evan Haynes, the wide receiver from North Carolina. Raheem Smith, wide receiver from Bowling Green State. Will Reed, the first tackle from Princeton. Akila Stone, the defense lineman from Ole Miss. Jaron Gilmore, the safety from Georgia State. You get Mike Connie, the first tackle from South Alabama. Savon Riley, the safety from Colorado. John Mitchell, corner from Penn State. Andrew Winoski, first tackle, North Carolina. AJ Huffer, edge from Clemson. Marshall Nichols, the punter from UNLV. Maliki Horsley, running back from Penn. You get Braden Manley, edge from Mercer. You get Melvin Jordan IV, linebacker from Oregon State. You get Matthew Alexander, the first lineman from UCF. Cayman Spalding, linebacker from Tennessee Tech. Harry Lodge, the tight end from Wake Forest. You get Ronald Triplett, the edge from UTSA. JT Byrne, the tight end from Cal. You get D. Patterson, wide receiver from FIU. Ed Rivers, the wide receiver from FIU. Tibon Gatlin, wide receiver from South Carolina. Calvin Kill, the corner from UAB. Taquan White, corner from Eastern Michigan. The win total heading to 2024 is 7.5. Last year, really good schedule, really good season. Like I said, came close to beating Georgia, almost could beat Georgia in a really close game. So, let's look at schedule to 2025. Let's pull up here. Let me pull up my tools here I use for what's again to record. Mainly is that. Okay. All right, here we go. We'll talk about firstly. We'll look at win total. Is 7.5. That means you can always have games. That's possible. I mean, if you go take the over, that means go in for better. If you take the under, you take the 7.5 or worse. I'm gonna take the over. I'm taking the over. This is a 493 type of situation. Okay. Yeah. So when I look at this schedule, and I see the few games here. They start season on the road at Colorado. I'll talk about this game in a second because it's very important for this game I'm talking about. Then you go home against Gardner Webb. Then you got Clemson home, Temple on the road, Wake Forest, and bye week before you host Virginia. At Duke, home against Syracuse, on the road against NC State, get bye week. Then you go on the road in Boston College, play Pitt home, play Georgia 50 on a neutral site game after the game against Georgia. This game was being blocked. And if you see my videos and I look at the schedule, I look a lot of times players look, here's college football. This is saying, I bet college football fans will say this. You win games you're supposed to win, lose games you're supposed to lose to, win games you're not supposed to win, lose games you're not supposed to lose to. Right? That kind of thing. But you also get trap games and you get, crazy games. But you also get, if you play a Friday night or Thursday night, weekday nights, 9 out of 10 time teams, the away team will win the game. Home team never wins on a weeknight game. But you see crazy shit. I'm talking about crazy, look, crazy things have happened on a weeknight, game day, Friday night, Thursday night, and I've seen it. Lot to college football, watch college football, and this is what was me. Playing Colorado on the road, I don't know. And I've done Colorado predictions. I think of Colorado beating you. This is a weird instance. Look, I can see Georgia Tech go on this will get massive win only because it's a away game. It's a Friday night, which are crazy things. But I just don't know. I just have a. This is gonna be This is gonna be a really good match. You got Colorado versus Georgia Tech. Two really, these very similar records last year. Similar performances last year. We'll see what these two, but this will be a good matchup. Georgia Tech versus Colorado, Friday night, week 1. So I'm excited for that one. Clemson at home, losing. But the good news, you got bounce back. I guess when you're beat, I'm taking the over because I can see this team winning more games than it needs to be. You're going to beat Virginia Tech because bye week. You're going to beat Duke. You're going to beat Syracuse. You're going to beat NC State. Now, NC State is a pretty good team, but I just see Georgia Tech beating you. Look, you're going to be two losses. You only 2 losses heading to Georgia game, and guess what? Georgia's going to have your third loss, 9-3. That hits the over. I have Georgia Tech going 9-3. I'm a little higher than Georgia Tech, yes. Look at the schedule. Loss of Clemson, Colorado, and Georgia. So let's say you beat Georgia. So let's say you beat Colorado. You still lose, not beating Clemson, you're not beating Georgia. So those 2 losses. Well, I mean, last year they almost beat Georgia. So you could lose to NC State and beat, Colorado. I can see that. You could triple Syracuse because it's a home game between the 2 road games. But honestly, I can see this is a manageable schedule. And ACC, tends to have an okay schedule. Where to places who's going to win it? Georgia Tech, Clemson, Louisville, Miami, Florida, and probably NC State. All 5 teams, and SMU now, 6 teams competing for that. I mean, once in a while, it's good if you get a good Virginia Tech team. 7 teams you compete for the ACC. ACC is up for grabs, but still, little perspective on the ACC. So that's my thought on the ACC. Georgia Tech 9-3. That hits the over. Look, they had a great season last year. I am proud of what Brent Key is pulling as the head coach over in Atlanta. So there you have it. My preview prediction video for Georgia Tech 9-3. Lost it to Georgia, Clemson, and Colorado. This should be an interesting year for Georgia Tech. We'll see what they can do in 2025. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button up. I am Sports One. See you next video. Peace.